This is the Feel Good Podcast on the iCoach Hypnosis Network, where Trudy provides tips and stories to help you improve your well-being and reach your objectives. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave us some comments.
Hello everyone, welcome to Feel Good Podcast. This is Trudy, your very own master hypnotherapist, physical therapist, and a life coach. In today's episode, we have a very special guest, Gloria Pierson. She is a life coach by profession. Not only that, she is an author and entrepreneur. She has developed 2 businesses, and not only that, one of them was a woman-owned business, and she was able to sell both of those businesses to publicly owned companies. That is fantastic. While she was growing her own business and helping people all over the world, she raised 2 wonderful sons as well. Life adversities had changed her life perspective about 12 years ago. And if it was anybody else, that person would have given up, but not Gloria. Not only she stepped up her game, she was able to muster courage, strength, and wisdom. And not only she's thriving now, but she's able to help people all over the world. She's able to bring out the best in all of her clients. So guys, let's welcome Gloria Pierson.
Trudy, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. I'm excited about this video that we're doing together. And how are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for asking. And I'm so excited to start asking you questions and use your wisdom so our viewers can use it.
Let's go ahead and get started.
Let's get started. So first question I have for you, Gloria, is what kind of clients do you prefer, and how do you choose your clients?
Well, when I'm contacted by somebody, I see if there's a rapport between us, and maybe our philosophies don't have to be exactly the same, but similar, and they have to feel with me. I also feel I have to know that I really could help them and that they are willing to put the work in, because
that is true.
Once a week, but if they're not going to do the little assignments I give, then they're not going to see progress. Frustrating. I also am very careful if somebody is very depressed, and then I suggest they go to a therapist instead, a psychologist.
I see. That is so true. And what kind of clients do you see for what kind of condition, or what kind of changes do you expect them to see?
Well, usually I find it's if we take our life, and I call it the wheel, 12 different areas. But if we break it down, there's really 4 areas people usually want to work in. It's with relationships or love. It's career. And for career, I also put in leisure activities. So there's balance there. It's money or health. So even though I break it down even further, usually it's one of those 4 areas. And then the hub in that is some type of spiritual practice, not religious, spiritual. I do a lot with the energy of the mind. These are from the Kabbalion, from ancient Egypt, that everything vibrates, including us, our minds, our thoughts. And so many times we could change our thoughts and our languages.
That is wonderful. Thank you. So Gloria, I know you're a life coach, and a lot of our viewers are kind of skeptical between the difference of therapy and coaching. What is the exact difference between therapy and coaching?
That's a great question. And, I believe they both have a strong purpose. If it's therapy, usually the therapist will go into your past and maybe some of the trauma you're dealing with right now. And usually there is a trauma, is maybe your childhood, maybe a divorce, maybe a horrible health issue. So they go into the past. As a life coach, I go, I do different, I don't want to call them tests, but different worksheets. And okay, where you're at right now, this is where you want to be. How are we going to get you there? And then goals, action plans, and different tools and techniques. So I don't go into the past, I go into the future. How are we going to get you there?
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. And so sometimes do you work with therapists hand in hand and sometimes you work separately? Is that how it works?
Separately, completely separately.
Completely separately.
When I have my introductory discovery call, that's when I kind of make a gut decision and say, you know, you really need a therapist. I'm not the person for you right now. If somebody is extremely depressed.
I see.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. Thank you. And tell me a little bit about your experiences of your clients and how you have helped them from their difficult situations. That
is really what I love about life coaching. Being able to help people, being able to see the changes in their lives, and how, with everything going on, with so many of us being in quarantine, levels have been even higher, but it has also given the opportunity for people to work on things that they never had time for before.
That is so true.
Yeah, so I love working with people, whether it's stress, they're looking for a new career, they're looking for love, they're looking for more balance in their life. And again, I do a lot with thoughts and changing those thoughts.
That is so true.
So many years of habitual negative thinking that sometimes we're not even aware of it.
That is true.
A lot of great success stories. Maybe people want to lose weight. They want to quit smoking. They want to start their own business.
That is wonderful.
All different kinds of things.
That is so true, because right now during COVID, it's already been 6 months and we all have been stuck in the house or stuck in our mind, I would say, because people started to go out and everybody's working and whatnot, but we're so stuck in our minds. And what advice do you have for our viewers?
With what's going on now, I would say there's 3 things I would suggest consider. And again, suggestions. The first is we all absolutely have to do something for stress release. There's no question. And what is that? Well, it could be exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, journaling, even a gratitude journal, something to relieve stress every day. Maybe you change it, what it is. The second is find balance in your life. Do something every day that brings you joy, that makes your heart sing. There's showing that people that are working at home now are actually working more hours than if they're commuting to an office. So it's important to take the time that what brings you joy. And truly, I have clients sometimes that will look at me and say, nothing. So what I ask them, then I tell them, write 10 things that you loved doing as a child. What did you love doing? What did you love playing? And then see how you can incorporate a few of those into your life today.
That is so true. So true.
Go ahead.
I'm going to take that advice and I'm going to actually start implementing in my own life and see what happens. That's great.
We have to do something that makes our heart sing every day. So that's the second. And then the third is, even though we all feel we're stuck, write out those goals. Have an action plan. Even if you do little baby steps now, but start preparing and investigating for when things open up more. Or maybe they don't even have to open up more, but still keep those goals, because that will help center you in the today, the present moment.
Thank you, Gloria, for that. And I know a lot of our viewers, and sometimes myself, sometimes I'm having some difficulty with motivation. What advice do you have to improve motivation, and what do you do for your own self?
For my own self. Let me go first for my clients. To keep motivated, they have, like I said, assignments, goals, and action plans. And when we write it out, I'll ask them on a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated are you? What are the obstacles? How can we overcome them? I keep them accountable. I keep them motivated. And what I do is I change the techniques that they use. So it's not the same thing week after week after week. I change the techniques, and that helps them. Now, for me to stay motivated, I'm a big one with lists. I write lists every day. And then sometimes I'll write a list and I'll think, do I really need to do all this? Because sometimes we work ourselves. So I'll take maybe 2 off the bottom, think, that's not important to get done. But I do lists daily and I do them weekly. And if it's written down, I'll do it. And that's kind of how I motivate myself. And also I read a lot, inspiring stories, inspiring quotes. If I wake up and I'm thinking, oh, I really don't feel like doing anything today. So then I'll open a book and read something inspiring. And that helps keep me motivated.
That is so true. And I think because we all are on social media and we all read some inspirational quotes all day long. And because I think what happens, we read so many, we have zero effects on it. What do you have to say on that? Because sometimes I read 15 of them and none of them has any effect on me.
So then there's 2 things I would say. The first is maybe you need to read more than a quote. Read a passage. Read a passage. I know we had talked about Eckhart Tolle. Maybe read a few paragraphs from his book, and then sit down, open a journal, and write it in your own words. Write it from the heart, because when we're reading quotes, we're more in our head space. For it to take effect, we have to go from the head to the heart, and that's a long way. So by putting it in your own words, and you could even do this with a quote, rewrite it. And that way it's your heart, your soul that goes into it, and it will have more deeper meaning.
That was wonderful. Thank you, Gloria. So, Gloria, a lot of our viewers, and we hear that everywhere, people have been working from home, and it's difficult to feel connected to your friends and family, and people feel lonely. And there are times when I have felt very lonely. What do you have to say about that?
Well, Trudy, you're spot on. I have 2 clients right now that are going through this. One is a successful businesswoman that is used to traveling, being at events at night, and she's been working at home since. Another is an actress that is not acting right now because the film industry is pretty much shut down. And there's 2 things I think we can do. One thing is we have to pause. When we are lonely, usually we have regrets about the past, or we're living in the future and we have fear that how long is this going to go on? So this is a time to pause. Be uncomfortable. Feel the loneliness. Sit down and scan your body and actually feel where you're holding that in you. And go inward. It's a time for all of us right now to go inward. Like I said about reading the books and that, going inward, being comfortable with ourselves. Because true joy starts from within and goes without. So again, this is the opportunity to take the pause, go inward, find our own inner joy. And then when we find that, we have that love and that joy to give the world. So that's the first. The second, because we are home more, find a new activity to do. Find a new hobby. Maybe you want to learn a language, learn an instrument. There's so many wonderful online courses right now. So go deeper and find something else to fill that void of loneliness right now.
That is correct. So what you're telling us is that first you stay in a moment, and second you distract yourself after that and find joy in something else. Instead of distracting, I would say fulfill your heart with something else. Is that true, Gloria?
Yes. In addition, yes.
In addition, so it's a two-step process.
It's a kind of a two-step, and getting just comfortable with the loneliness. Like I'm lonely, but become comfortable with that. To stay in the present moment, said, yes, I'm lonely right now, but being okay with that. Being okay. And when you do this kind of work, the changes are subtle.
That's right.
Very, very subtle. It's not like, oh, I'm not lonely anymore. No, they're subtle. But if you see it, you'll have the changes.
That is so true. And I also advise my clients to take baby steps. And sometimes we take 3 steps forward and 2 steps backwards, and that's quite all right as well, isn't it?
Yes, oh, absolutely. We have years and years of habits that we're trying to change, and it doesn't come overnight. It may, but usually not. It's small little steps.
That is so true. So Gloria, what kind of impact you would like to have on world?
Well, what I would like to, I'm going to go through one of Gandhi's quotes, and my life is my message. And I want to live my life with joy, with love, with happiness, and put that out into the world and help other people find and happiness and inner peace. And the more that I can have my energy on that, the more I can help everybody around me.
That is wonderful. That is so, so beautiful. And Gloria, tell us, where can we find you and how can our viewers stay in touch with you?
I have my website. It's my name, gloriapierson.com. And I'm on all social media by my name, Gloria Pierson, including my YouTube channel.
That is wonderful. And I love your YouTube channel, and I'm going to leave all the links in the description bar down below.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
You are very, very welcome. So Gloria, thank you so much for coming on the show, and it was wonderful. I learned so much from you, and I'm sure our viewers will get tons of advice from you, and they can get in touch with you anytime they want to by using your social media and your YouTube channel. And I would love for you to come back again anytime that you want to come back. We love you here and we welcome you with our full heart. And once again, thank you so much, Gloria.
Thank you, Trudy. This was great. And I would like to invite you on my YouTube channel also.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Would love to come on YouTube channel anytime, and we'll definitely have more fun again together.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. So guys, check her out on her YouTube channel. She is wonderful. She talks about meditation, life skills, and life lessons, and you are going to love it. So till next time, my friends, have a wonderful day and see you next time.
It's back. Yes, your kid will be back to school and most likely will be attending online. Are you concerned about your kid's ability to succeed and handle online schooling and homework? You want your kids to perform well and achieve higher grade, higher confidence. You want them to understand the content presented online. Most of all, you don't want them to fall behind. My proven workshop for kids will help them boost their confidence, empower them to succeed online, and prepare them to succeed with online schooling. Don't be frustrated. Help is on the way. Let Trudy empower your kids' creativity and improve their success with a 4-session workshop, an interactive online session with other kids, and coaching from Trudy. Space is limited. Don't delay. Click the link below to get started or find out more.